My guest, Carolyn Roome. Welcome to the show, Carolyn.
Oh, good morning. I hope you guys got dug out there.
Oh, yeah. Carolyn is joining us from Colorado in the mountains.
Yes, where there's no snow on this side.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened because we are buried in, and I was speaking to Carolyn earlier, and you guys know how bad the storm was. My house was actually moving. I have a stone house, and the floors were like moving, and I said, oh, wow. I mean, am I going to get blown away or what? But anyway, I'm glad that you could join us. And I hear you're also very busy at this time with two
Oh, yes.
with
Let
two
me tell
children.
you, it's a wonderful time, especially I'm blessed with lots of kids and grandkids and even a great-grandchild coming here soon.
Oh, my goodness. I heard that you have 9 grandchildren. How do you keep up with all of them? I can't even remember all my own children's names half the time. How do you know? How can you remember 9 grandchildren's names? Now you have a great-grandchild to remember.
They're special, and I mean, every one of them, I witnessed their birth.
Wow.
It was awesome, and I literally got to know each one. So you can't forget somebody that's that close to your heart.
You must be a wonderful grandmother.
Oh, it's fun.
Great. Tell us, Carolyn, why did you start a credit education business? Was it a natural thing because you already had knowledge in foreclosures?
Well, kind of. What happened here is that I used to do pretty much what you do now, except I was moderating different gurus and that in the real estate business. And I had heard them all.
Wow, yes.
And I was out looking for the business that is out there to really help people and to get their lives back in order.
Right.
And the one thing is that, I mean, clear through all this hoopla with the government telling us, oh, we can go and buy a home. It can be $1 million one. Don't matter if we don't have the money. We'll figure that one out.
Right. Well, I understand that you also partnered up with credit expert and national speaker Regis Sagar. He's famous also for his credit articles, even with Oprah. So how did you guys hook up?
Well, I interviewed him. And I was so impressed with the hour-long interview that I had with him that I was even having problems at the time. I was getting back on my feet and everything else, and there was a few things. Everybody has at least one little situation on their credit.
Right.
And I wanted to know what I could do. I thought my hands were tied. And he showed me the 42 laws that are in the Fair Credit Reporting Act that are there to help us and restore what is rightfully ours. Like going down the highway at 50, the speed limit's 55, but you're doing 80. Now, is it legal? Only when you're caught is it illegal. Well, that's what all these creditors and all these collection agencies are doing to your credit.
And they figure on that you don't know anything, so they can get away with it.
Yeah, so we're out to educate America. We're going to give you an education that is true, that will stick with you the rest of your life, your whole entire lifetime. You can pass it on to your children.
Right.
And we can get America back on its feet. We have to start with the individuals.
Well, that's what sets your company apart from other companies because they just, they will repair your credit and charge you these fees, but they won't tell you how they did it. And some companies will do the job that they say they're going to do, and some don't.
Well, even at that, even if they do it right, which is very seldom, because you have no control. If you want it done, you got to do it yourself. But what it boils down to is people don't realize that the government, the federal government, has a law there stating that you do not pay for your credit repair until it is done. So where we are is we educate, and we walk them hand by hand all the way through the process. We have them understand every unique problem and how to deal with it. That way they'll never have to go back and pay for illegal practices.
Right. Well, how hard is it to repair your credit, Carolyn? Because some people get a little intimidated by trying to do their credit repairing themselves. Is it
Well,
difficult?
it's intimidation. It's like when you even get these lawsuits from collection agencies. They expect you not to show up.
Right.
If you showed up, boy, it'd blow them right out of the water. First thing you do is go in and you show up and you say, where's the validation of the debt?
Right.
It's the same thing with credit and all this other. You have to know what the laws are. I know that reading the Fair Credit Report, it's like trying to go and find a lawyer. That's why we've simplified it. We've brought it back down to the layman's terms. So this way it's not intimidating. It's not hours that you spend going through courses. This is at your leisure.
Right, right.
Something that will help you through your entire life.
Right.
And why pay hundreds, thousands of dollars for something you need to know?
Not only that, if something happens again with you or your loved one or a friend, they need help, you have to pay it all over again.
Yeah. It doesn't happen overnight, definitely.
Right.
But just out of living testimony, mine alone, as a matter of fact, getting everything going, and my husband, he's been going through the VA, and he had to, we were raising his rating up to 100%. Well, that took 33 months. And so some of the bills kind of got behind, and I had a medical problem, and we didn't have insurance at the time. And so those got put onto the credit. Well, I've got them cleaned up now, and within 3 weeks, I brought my score up 79 points.
Wow.
But that's just me. Everybody, it's just like your fingerprint. Everybody's is different.
Now, what do you say about those people that can guarantee that they can increase your credit score within 30 to 45 days? Is that possible?
Yeah, but the only thing is it comes back on. What they're doing is they're getting it off long enough for them to get into a home.
Yeah, because I've heard of these things like rapid scoring. I think rapid scoring sort of works like you have to have proof of an item. Just in case no one knows what I'm talking about. It's a service to mortgage lenders. I think it takes like 2 or 3 days or something like that. And you pay for this service. You actually pay for each item. But if there is something that's showing up that is incorrect, like say you paid a bill off and it's not showing that the bill is paid or an item isn't yours or whatever, as long as you can show proof of that, like if you have a letter or something that you can show proof that the item is incorrect, then they would review this and they would actually increase your credit score within 2 to 3 days. You've heard of that, right, Carolyn?
Policy.
Yeah. So, very good system.
Yeah,
now,
there's one fallacy with that.
Okay.
Clinton did one good thing for us. And that is, he literally made sure that they have to prove we owe it, not we prove we don't owe it.
Right.
You don't give them that information.
Now,
they have to prove it.
Now, it's one thing I found, though, Carolyn, that the credit bureaus don't want to give you that information. They will say, not only you're being frivolous, it's not our job to prove anything. It's your job. You have to send us the information. We can't say, tell the creditor that you're disputing, send us some proof that this account actually belongs to the creditor. The debitor. So is this a problem? Do you have to go to the creditor, in other words?
Go by the laws.
Okay.
Now, after validation, if they can't validate the debt, it must be removed, so they have to remove it. The only thing is that these bureaus are not government-ran or even touched by the government. They aren't even regulated.
Yeah, well, you know what you have to show people? You have to show the credit bureau, in other words, this in the Fair Credit Act, because if they're supposed to prove, they have to show you something from the creditor in writing that debt belongs to you. If they have to do that and they're not doing it, you got them right there.
That's right. And not only that, did you know that one of the credit bureaus is not even here are owned by the U.S. It is owned by the U.K.
Oh, my goodness.
You know how many billions of dollars they make from us, and the creditors, and the companies, and those pulling the credit?
Wow. And is that a major?
Extreme major.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking, they're making a killing, and none of us realize what they're doing.
Oh, my goodness. I have to read this information.
Regulated.
Well, before we go, tell us your website and how people can get in touch with you, because this is information that we can talk about forever, because I love this subject, because it's helping people and it's information that people really just don't know. So how can someone get in touch with you, Carolyn?
Well, they can go to bridgetogoodcredit.com.
Okay.
And that's BridgetoGoodCredit.com.
Great.
Wonderful. And everything's there, including my number on the contact page. The system is an awesome system. We have several people in it right now. We've proven this works. It takes between 3 to about 9 months to actually get your credit in line. There's going to be those certain things, definitely, that might even take up to a year. But not only that, we're going to be able to give you even on collections and how to take care of your collections and also get it off your reports. They can take them off your report.
Fantastic. Carolyn, thank you so much. This is great. You have to come back, and we're going to talk some more about this. This is wonderful.
I'd love to. I'm out to, for the mission of making sure everybody knows.
Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you soon about that.
Oh, and God bless you. And, hey, everyone have a great New Year's.
Thank you, Carolyn. I'll talk to you soon. Well, we've come to the end of our show. Until we meet again, live the life you deserve.